Renters living in 36 of 50 major Canadian cities can no longer afford to buy a starter home. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to earn in order to qualify to be able to purchase a starter home, specifically in the Fraser Valley area, but we'll also look at other cities within Canada as well. And I'll also talk about what you can expect your monthly payments to be given those benchmark prices for a starter home. But before I do that, I would appreciate if you guys are enjoying my content, if you could hit that like and subscribe button below to help me get my content out to more people like you. Reminder, there's a link in the description below. If you want to talk about this topic or another topic about real estate, you can book a 30-minute call with me. So I will pull up the article here. So this was written by Point 2 Homes. Rising home prices and high mortgage costs means renters in Canada's most populous cities are finding it increasingly hard to switch into home ownership. It also says that the dwindling inventory levels are not helping as the demand is outpacing the level of supply that we are seeing across most Canadian cities. I think that over the last year, as we did see prices start to drop, we had renters that were very positive and saying, great, maybe now is my chance to get into the market. However, with the increase of interest rates happening at such a rapid pace since March 2022, when we look at the actual monthly mortgage costs, they're very similar to what they were at lower interest rate during the peak of the market when prices were still climbing. I had the opportunity to speak with CTV this past week about an article that highlights the fact that it's becoming more and more difficult for renters who are not yet in the real estate market to get into the real estate market and purchase their first home. I'll bring up the article that I was a part of, and I will also link it below in the description if you guys want to watch the full video and read the full article. But let's dive in and go over some of the key points together. I looked up the benchmark price for condos. As we all know, condos are a great spot to get your foot in the door and into the real estate market. Fraser Valley benchmark price right now for condos is $542,000. And I'm going to break that down for you guys, like in terms of how much do you have to earn, what are your monthly payments going to be, your deposit, and kind of the costs associated with even getting into a entry-level condo. Keep in mind that this benchmark price here takes into consideration 1, 2, and 3 bedroom condos. And when we're looking at 1 bedroom or fewer condos in the Fraser Valley, the median sale price is coming out at $460,000. So that $542,000 number doesn't necessarily mean that's what you have to expect to pay to even get into a condo in the valley. It really depends on what area you're in, and a 1 bedroom is far less than the benchmark condo pricing. So I just wanted to point that out. If you are someone that's open to a 1 bedroom option, you can expect to be just under the $500,000 mark. For simplicity, let's take a $500,000 condo and go over the costs and the qualifications you would need to be able to be approved for that loan. At a $500,000 purchase price, if you are not putting 20% down, you would need to make annual earnings of $115,000. If you are putting 20% or more down, you don't have to go through CMHC, and you would need to earn an annual salary of $105,000 to qualify for a loan of that amount. I'm going to use an example where you're putting less than 20% down because that's the case with most first-time home buyers, not having any equity in a previous property that they'll be able to use when they sell to repurchase. The liquidity cost that you're going to need at that time, you're going to need $25,000 as your down payment. Keep in mind, if you are not in BC and you're watching this from another province in Canada or perhaps another country, please talk to your local realtor to find out what the down payment structure is in your area. So you'll need $25,000 as your down payment, and that has to be cash that's readily available. If the purchase price is under $500,000, there's a partial exemption for property transfer tax, and that's between $500,000 and $525,000. So if you're purchasing at $500,000 or less, you do not need to pay property transfer tax if it is your first home. If you've already purchased a home, you will have to pay that. But let's focus on what this article is going over, which is people that are not yet homeowners. So you won't have to pay any property transfer tax on that. Now, there are some closing costs associated with this, but your big one is that you need that down payment of $25,000 or 5% of whatever purchase price you have, up to $500,000. Anything between $500,000 and $999,999, you'll need an additional 10% on that chunk. As it sits right now, at a rate of 5.2% amortized over 25 years with less than 20% down, you're going to be looking at a monthly payment of $2,962 plus strata fee. So just think, for every $100,000 you borrow, it equates to roughly $592 per month. So at around $2,900 a month for your mortgage payments plus strata plus tax taxes. Let's just call it $3,200 a month would be your living expenses. And compare that to a 1-bedroom condo in the Fraser Valley, which rents out at around $2,000. Yes, it will cost you more to be a homeowner, but you are also paying down that equity and earning appreciation as opposed to paying 100% interest. If you guys really want to dig into things, there's this cool chart here. It actually outlines the starter home prices, which will give you some more insight on how they put these numbers together in this article. So in Surrey, a starter home price is just over $500,000. The down payment with 20% is $100,000. Of course, you don't need that. You just need 5% up to $500,000 and 10% on the $7,000 amount. So you're looking at just over $25,000. So these numbers are not correct if you are not putting 20% down, but it does give you a good idea on what to expect for an average starter home. If you guys are looking for more specific numbers and want to niche in on a specific area, please let me know. This article definitely shines light on the struggles that Canadian renters are having. There are some solutions that I wanted to touch on. One big thing that I'm seeing in the industry more and more is the idea of co-buying. So that's when you get someone else like your parents, a family friend, or a friend to go in on a property with you and split the cost. So you split the down payment, you split the mortgage payments. Just one clear strategy you need to have prior to doing that is knowing what's happening should that partnership end and one person wants to get out of it. So just have a very clear vision on what's going to happen in that situation. Another solution would be to purchase outside of the province. So I've had clients purchase a property in Alberta because the price points there are a lot less. They still live in BC and are renting, but at least they're earning some equity on a property in an area that they could qualify for a mortgage in. An example of some more affordable cities in Canada include Edmonton here at the top. It says here the average renter household income is just over $70,000, and the average income needed to get into a starter home is $46,483. These numbers are assuming 20% down and a payment of a 5-year fixed rate with an interest rate of 5.75%. And we are, of course, seeing more and more people that have the privilege of getting gifted money. So their parents have sold their detached property or pulled some equity out of it, and they are able to help their child with that down payment because, as we all know, the down payment is the trickiest part of getting into home ownership. I was really surprised to see this chart here. It says cities with the highest shares of starter homes. Surrey and Abbotsford actually have 10% of their inventory is starter homes. So if you are living in the valley, Abbotsford might be a really good one for you guys to consider. They have a lot of 1-bedroom apartments around the $400,000 mark. So your down payments reduced from $25,000 to $20,000, and your monthly mortgage payments would be around $600 less when comparing it to a benchmark price of the entire Fraser Valley. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. If you guys are looking for more tips on how to get into the market, or you want more information about the home buying process in general, please feel free to reach out to me. There's a link below in the description where you can book a 30-minute call with me to talk about all things real estate. Another reminder, if you are enjoying my content, I would greatly appreciate if you could hit that like and subscribe button. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.